This summer, say I do.
I am marrying a stranger.
Like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock.
Thank God I woke up in love.
With new experts.
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name is Paul Brunson.
More couples.
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
And more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight, now streaming. New episodes Thursdays, only on Peacock.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
I can't stop scratching my downtown. Yeah, but I'm not itching to go downtown and tell a receptionist I'm here to talk about my downtown. Some things you'd rather type than say out loud.
There's no question too embarrassing for Amazon Health AI. Chat your symptoms and get virtual care 24/7. Healthcare just got less painful.
Because this is a daily for Deprogrammed, some of you may be listening to this on your music show. What is this, a crossover episode? Yes, indeed it is, because sometimes I have two music podcasts and sometimes my worlds collide. Sometimes local music meets, what we're doing on Deprogrammed. I feel like this is a great place for us to do a, both situation, because I'm going to brand it as Please Meet, because I want you to meet a band that is going to be coming to my town here soon. Rebelmatic. Creech, welcome to the show. I told you before we went on, I've got a softball to lead you in, and you said, hey man, I'm just ready. So sure. You're ready, but
yeah, all good.
I still got to ask, because it is the reason that, Eric told me to reach out to you. You guys are coming to town.
Sure.
It seems like a simple question, but I feel like people want to know. Like, when I say, hey, you should go see this show, what would I tell people a Rebelmatic show is like?
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his Perfect Bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
It's fun. It's exhilarating. It's interactive, and it's something you can realize that every time we perform, we're going to give you every single thing we got. It's never cashed in. It's always we're leaving everything on the stage. Everything, every drop of energy we have for that show, we're giving it to you. And if you reciprocate it, it becomes even more magical. But all we know how to do is give everything we got. So it's going to be fun, celebratory, cathartic, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Fun and celebratory. That, first of all, is the big sell there, right? Like, I got that from listening to the record, and we're going to talk about Sting the Devil here in a second, but like, you're here for punks and poets, and I think what gets lost, and I picked this up, I was only able to listen like three times through the record, but like, I picked this up. You might be the first act that has done punks and poets so far, and I was blessed enough to do one in January, where it feels like you kind of meet both of those sides. I'm just an idiot here in Hampton writing songs about the movie Basketball, but it feels like you move in a more poetic nature. Like, just because you're yelling doesn't mean it isn't poetic. Do you find that,
right?
Do you find you kind of walk that on purpose, or is that just kind of how it comes across to you?
I mean, it's the makeup. Um, I'm a MC as well, so I write like the words are important. How it's delivered is important. So we always love poetry, and we always love the word, right? The words and the meaning and the word and the significance, and yelling it, singing it, screaming it, shouting it. It doesn't. It's more for the urgency and to match the music and the feeling, but they're not empty words. Everything is, there's a meaning behind it, and there's a reason. There's a rhyme to the reason, and a reason for the rhyme. So yeah, we definitely, I think that's why Eric and us on it, because there is a poetic. Obviously, it's fun, it's hardcore, but it's a little hip-hop, a little metal, a little spit. So it's all of that, and so that encompasses all that poetical styling, and at the same time that urgency. Yeah. So I think we definitely kind of, it makes sense, and we're very happy and proud to be participating.
You said it makes sense, and I mean, first of all, it does. My wife told me, because we met in 2002 when I was a younger man, and I was still in a band where I did a lot of yelling. And she asked me, like, well, why do you do all this yelling? And I kind of read the lyrics to her, and I was like, how else am I supposed to portray these lyrics? Like you said, it kind of just has to be that way. When I looked up, the band, and you can correct me on the actual timeline, but I saw 3 different dates: 2007, 2008, and 2010. So if the band starts, at this point, almost 20 years ago, what do you find different about being in a band now and writing? Being in a band then and now, and writing then and now, is the approach the same? Because energy-wise, it feels the same from you guys.
2008. So we're almost at 20 years. It's similar, but it's evolved. It evolves. You put 500, 600 years later, you put a bunch of tour dates on it. You put a bunch of like lineup changes, but then you have a core that's been together for 13 plus years, and it's like a long-lasting relationships, ups and downs. You have losses, you have celebrations, you have victories, and all that encompasses. And like anything, if you keep doing it, the repetition of doing it, and the sticking to it and putting 1,000 hours in, it becomes more. And you're like, wait, we almost got 20,000 hours in on this band. So there's a level of fluidity that happens, but it's the premise is the same, the foundation is the same, but it evolves. It evolves. We don't. Nothing is done for a trendy reason. As the from the coach says, it's a lifestyle trend. So we evolve as human beings. You're not going to be the exact same person you're going to be at 21 if you're like 45 or 50. But this time, your core values should stay the same, right? It evolves. Some things don't serve you any longer, so you don't do it any longer. Maybe there's some foods that you enjoy before you can't eat any longer, and then there's stuff that you implement in your life that's now more. So yeah, that's what I get there.
So, I mean, all this kind of leads us to like the reason I got super excited. the reason I got super excited is when Eric put me together with you and said to reach out to you, I kind of started looking into the band, and I saw you guys just came out with a record, and I was like, okay, cool. For me, this, like I said at the beginning, is worlds colliding. Like now I have the way that I can pitch Rebelmatic to both of, my audience audiences, and
Yes.
it makes sense. So you guys just came out with a record, and I know this is probably cliche to you at this point, this deep in the game, but like, and I mean this like with all reverence possible. Like pushing play, I immediately got Bad Brains, and I know I know. Like I saw a couple. I saw a couple interviews.
Shout out to Bad Brains. We love Bad Brains.
Right, right, and that's the thing. Like it feels cliche to go, oh, this black band. Oh, of course, but no, yes, but no. Like I mean it in all the best ways possible. Is like it is that same energy. Like I get listening to Rebelmatic the same thing I got when I listened to Bad Brains the first time. Like that same. This is how I know you guys are coming from the right place. Like it moved me, man.
No, that's powerful. So obviously, Bad Brains is an influence and inspiration. I seen Bad Brains live when I was like 16, 15. Been listening to them the majority of my life. So we're not going to act like they're not an influence because they are. And I think the fact that there's a positive message to it, that kind of, we definitely are people about the PMA. So you add that, and the obvious, we're all black band as well. We're informed by Bad Brains, but we're informed by Public Enemy. We're informed by James Brown. We're informed by Sly and Family Stone and the various other music. So yes, the greatest thing we learned from Bad Brains is the blending of genres and knowing that didn't want to continue contributing to the nihilistic messaging in, let's say, heavier and punk music. So definitely influenced by Bad Brains. We have our own thing. We're not necessarily reinventing the wheel, but we're definitely putting new rims on it, and we're putting our own spin on our stuff. HR said we reminded him of them. Daryl says like, "Yo, y'all got your own thing," but we are definitely the band that is the next generation. The cats that grew up on the Bad Brains and the 24/7 Spies and the Fishbones and the Living Colors and at the same time Wu-Tang and what I mean, and Public Enemy and jazz and salsa and merengue and bachata and a lot of other music. So that's all, and of course James Brown and Black Sabbath. So all of that's informed in our music. But for sure, we're not going to act like we don't know who Bad Brains is. And shout out to them. Respect.
Yeah, and they say comparison is the thief of joy, but like also the same thing just happened with Turnstile. Is Turnstile broke out, they kept getting compared to all these other bands, and it's like, well, where does music come from but influence? Like,
sure,
right? Like it comes from inside. Like that's why I said, like, I know that you guys are coming from a good place because listening to you guys, I can hear the influences. It doesn't sound like you're trying to echo and just copy and just co-opt. It's just, I think I saw an interview where it was like, you were born this way. Like, this is just, it just comes naturally.
We're informed by it.
Right.
And, I always think like your inspiration, your influences you should hear it, but your voice should be louder than your influences. So we never wanted to be a Bad Brains Junior. You know what I mean? I wouldn't name we didn't name our band Soulcraft or nothing like that. We didn't name it after. We love them, but like even the name Rebelmatic is inspired by Public Enemy song Rebel Without a Pause. So it's kind of like the influences are there, and we don't shy away from what we're inspired by and influenced by. But we have a shirt that says "Bad Brains Changed My Life." This is a factual thing, so we don't run away from it. And plus, PMA is a big part of our everyday life. But at the same time, I think we have our own thing. We are definitely the torch carriers or of the next the next thing is they showed us what we could do, the possibilities, with the blendings of genres, man. And I think the more you listen to it, not saying you're saying that, but the more people like invest their time into listening and say, yeah, I can hear, that brings inspiration and this and that, but I definitely hear them. And that's all you could ask for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's all you can ask for.
You said factual, and here's something factual for you. In 2026, you released a record, Sting the Devil. So again, we talked about being 20 years deep. We talked about, the writing and how does it change, or how is it informed? And, it does seem like there's topics here that you're probably exhausted talking about in 2026, but you still kind of have to because it's still happening.
Yeah, you're alive.
Right.
Yeah, you're alive, man. And if you're aware and you're alive, I mean, it should reflect what you're going through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or what you're feeling at the moment, or what,
So, again,
I didn't want to cut you off because you were in the middle of saying something.
Nah, dude, like, it's more important whatever you got to say than whatever I got to say at this point. But, so Sting, when Sting the Devil comes out, like, you put it out into the world, when somebody pushes play, we already kind of talked about, you're getting Rebelmatic, period, right? Like, that's starters. But like, where were you at? I guess, where is Creech at when you guys start putting together what would become Sting the Devil?
I mean, we had our album Black Hole East of Tornado that came out in 2025. And for me, it was like, yo, don't stop working. So we started working on stuff. And initially, Sting the Devil was going to be an EP. And we had some interest in it, people putting it out. But they were like, oh, EPs are cool, but you guys should do a full-length album. And I was like, I don't know. I want to do I want to have another EP, But then it was like, wait, you know what? We got more songs. And then we had a couple songs that we wanted to re-record with better production, and it will make sense for the whole picture. So, yeah, that's just kind of how it happened. So we're always working. I'm always thinking about, I'm in the moment as far as like promoting and like writing and creative, but like I just feel like, you know what? If this is our last album, and I'm not saying it is, let's make it one of them albums where you're like, oh snap, this is some real. It's there. It's all there. The musicianship is there. The messaging is there. The diversity is there. And then you can go back and listen to the other ones, Black Horse, Tornado, Ghost Trees and Shadows, and whatever else. But I'm always in a space of creating. So that's why, like, you hear, like, I think we were alluding to songs that, like, songs like, I guess your song like Don't Shoot and stuff like that, and Not Today. Don't Shoot's a song we've had for years, and it was like we put it out, and I was like, wait, you know what? But this never came out on vinyl, and we have better production now. We know how to do this stuff even more, so let's put this on. This will help the picture. Everything's a mess we recorded about 10 years ago. Let's re-record it because it's better production and it fits the picture of the bigger picture. Auction Block, another song we had, re-record it. It paints a picture. And then everything else we've just been working on. Not Today was something we was jamming, and it was just kind of like the messaging. It's all reflective of the times, but at the same time, it's like working to keep the light in. So it's not just like your message all effed up. It's like, yo, yeah, stuff is a mess. Everything's a mess. But hey, we woke up today. We have gratitude. We have people who love us. We're still contributing. We're amongst the living. Be mindful of that. So that's the mindset. And even the whole Sting the Devil was like, listen, being your best self is stinging the devil, not falling for the trappings of society, whether that's, drugs, alcohol, just negative thoughts, man. Just like being your best self, your higher vibration. So that's kind of the mindset within going in that,
What if I told you you only have 12 hours to legally have sex?
To finding true love, or just like a good guy.
From the director of Easy A and Anyone But You.
This whole thing is nuts.
There's nothing traditional about this night.
On August 7th, the clock starts on the summer's biggest rom-com.
I'm Owen.
Allie.
What about you and me?
Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
Nah, she thinks I'm a 10.
One night only. Rated R. Only in theaters August 7th.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Well, I think, hearing you answer that kind of changed my, one of the songs I pitched to you when I said, hey, let's talk a little bit about the record. And, one of the songs I pitched was Alive on Arrival. I think that kind of gives it a double meaning now. I can now view that hearing your answer, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I can hear that now as I'm here, as opposed to, the kind of weighty negative, obviously the opposite of that is DOA, right?
Exactly.
So, I don't know why it took hearing you say it for it to click like that, but is Alive on Arrival, is it double on, is that a double meaning?
Of course.
Okay.
A double entendre, of course, because it's words of power, right?
Yes, sir.
And when people are singing it, whatever you believe or don't believe in it, they become more. If you got a room full of 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people, whatever, singing Dead on Arrival, you bring a vibration. But if they're singing Alive on Arrival, it's a different vibration too. The room changes, right? It's like we're here, we're present, alive on arrival. Hey, oh, and I just don't want to contribute to more nihilistic stuff. It's just, do people die? The reality of it is when you have close people, friends of yours and family who died, and you talk to them the day before, and you talk to them, maybe the last person that spoke to them, you don't take it for granted. You get more in tune of yo, man, life is unpredictable. We all know we're not going to be here at one point. We have to enjoy this and live this to the fullest. And it's not all, we don't always get to do it. And sometimes people are not, they're physically alive, but they already died a long time ago. So it's kind of yo, listen, we're alive on arrival. We're here, we're present. You can go to a show and have fun with your friends, and the same friend you saw at that show, they might die the night before, after, on the way home. And and memories last as long as we let them last. So it's just kind of shifting the paradigm, especially in heavy music. I feel like it's not enough. It's not enough, not living in a bubble, but being hey, listen, dude, we're gonna be all singing this song, and the vibration, it becomes a higher vibration if we're singing Alive on Arrival. Yo, we're here. Love you to life, keep the PMA. It's what Adrian Gold Compass, on redemption of Macho Hollywood, Ectoplasm, Son of Man. But you don't know me from Adam, Third Eye, seen it coming. Blind, deaf, and dumb, kept running. Eat to live, keep the PMA. Love you to life, that's why we say. Hey, oh, hey, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's love you to life. That's what. Look, not love you to death.
Yeah.
Love you to life.
Man,
eat to live, keep the PMA. Love you to life. That's why we say AOA, Alive on Arrival.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess I live in a negative headspace currently, because how do I immediately take this beautiful message and try to spin it, into something that it's not. Sometimes you do got to kind of take things on at face value, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the reality of it is, does it move you and is it good first? Does the music sound good? Is it biting? Is it okay? Is this presented in a way that gravitates towards me? The messaging is kind of one that people wind up living with, yo, I didn't even realize you were saying this, but I just like that song. And that's great. If you get it right away, the messaging, it's yo, it's beautiful. But if you get it because you just like the song, because it feels good, it sounds good, it's the kind the bite in the vocals, the cadence. I'm all right. I'm a writer. I'm a songwriter, dude. Like I'm a lyricist, but I'm a songwriter, and I understand the dynamics of it. But I know I'm not just the bad on how shooting, but I'm really saying real, poignant stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like, it's cool. Yeah, but like the more people hear it and get it, they're like, "Oh, yo, he's saying this, he's saying that." This kid told me before, he's like, "Oh, I love your music, but yo, you should." He said something about, "Oh, you should make more political songs." I said, Have you really listened to what we're talking about?" He said, "Oh, not really. I just enjoy it." Okay, so come back to me when you actually listen to it.
Well, yeah, like
I mean, and if you want it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, come back when you listen to it. You're enjoying the show. You're enjoying the festiveness of it, the energy, and the communal aspect, which is all fine. It's all wonderful. But delve a little deeper. There's a song called "Don't Shoot" on it. There's a song called "Everything's a Mess" on it. There's a song called "Auction Block" on it. There's a song called "Not Today" on it. You started all that ish, not today. Not today. We made all that not today, not today. So delve, delve. I did my job.
You did
did my job.
We
did our job.
And
we did our job.
To that point, like you had somebody say, you should write more political songs. That run at the end of this record, Boundaries into Auction Block into Don't Shoot. I mean, you can just look at the names of the songs, but like, I don't know that if anybody actually listens to those 3 songs right in a row and says, please write more politically, I don't think you're listening.
I mean, yeah. And it's, I told the kid, I was like, you should talk about this. I said, no, if you feel that you should talk about it. You should start a band and make that. Why are you putting that on? Why are you putting that on me? That's the great thing about punk rock. Make your own band. If you don't feel like, I'm not obligated to talk about stuff you want me to talk about. Like, from me and then inward to outward. And if you relate to it, it's beautiful. I'm not really, this is not pop music. This is music that's coming from the heart, from the spirit, from what you feel, and whether it's reflecting the times or what you reflecting what you're going through at the moment. It's kind of like, hey, that's the most wonderful thing about punk music. Any other thing, you have to take years to get your instrument to a certain level, but messaging, hey, create your own band, become the band you think is missing. It's not my job, not no one else's job. It's your job if you feel that way. We create the music we like because that's the music we enjoy the most. I mean, is there other music in the world we like? Of course, we love it. But our brand of punk or whatever you call, you know what I mean? We create like this because this is the stuff we want to hear. And then when people gravitate towards it, that's a bonus. That's amazing. But I couldn't create something that I didn't like just so people would like it.
Right.
It's like it's corny. It's like what am I doing? We don't like the diversity of the music. Like those last 3 runs of songs, like Boundaries, Don't Shoot, Auction Block. It's musically and vocally they're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's there's a uniform. It's us, but they're not. If you listen to this album, like every song sounds different, but there's a common thread, right? It's a common thread. I'm not doing the same cadence every song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not vocally doing the exact same thing. We're not playing in the same tempo every song, because that's who we are. It's like, no, dude, it's an array of emotions and feelings. So why wouldn't your music reflect that? We don't just listen to punk and hardcore and metal. We listen to way more stuff. So our music should reflect that.
Yeah. Firstly, yes. And I know you said you don't write anything for, somebody else to like it, but you did find somebody who did, because when I push play.
No, I appreciate it. And I say that, let me say that, let me be clear when I'm saying that. We want people to like our
Sure.
music. I don't say it like, I don't want to be like, oh, we don't. I'm just saying it's not. We're not just writing it for people to like it, and we don't like it. Like
Right.
it starts with us. Like we don't like the song, you're not going to hear it. You dig what I'm saying? Like we
sure.
have to enjoy and love it for us to present it to you. And then we're very honored and appreciative when people do embrace it and like it and like, man, share it and come out to the shows and buy merch. And we're very appreciative of that because they don't have to. And when they're investing their time, it's not something that as you've done music longer and art longer, you don't take that for granted. It's something you have to embrace and appreciate.
We talked a little bit about like the differences of being in a band in 2008 versus now, and I can speak to like me personally. The biggest difference between Justin writing songs in 2004 and 2008 versus Justin writing songs in 2026 is exactly what you were just talking about. Is maybe there isn't any deeper meaning behind our song Psych Out, like a song about the movie Basketball, essentially. Sure. But it is a song that I wrote, that I was feeling, that I like. And the band with me, we like it. And I hope other people do, but I also don't care if they do. Like I like this, and hopefully you do too, is kind of what I'm gathering.
Sure. I mean, like, listen, you can't present it in front of people if you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, you're like, man, this is terrible. Now, only how that works if you're like, man, I don't really like this, and everyone that hears you like, this is great, and you're like, really? Like, really? Like, I mean, it's like, wow, no, that's your best song. You're like, oh my God, what's wrong with people? Then that's like a weird quandary to be in. But generally speaking, yeah, you want to like what you do, because when you write something, you're not writing it to be like, whoa, when they hear this, it's like, oh wow, this is some good stuff. Whoa, I did good on this. I did really good. And then you hope people feel the same way. But it's like we don't, and that's everything. I just feel like everything. It always, especially when you're not doing like some poppy commercial stuff. You know what I mean? Where it's like I'm writing this specifically for this. You're like, I'm writing this, and I'm gonna use my songwriting abilities to make the best song. I have to like it. Like I won't even present it to the band if I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't present lyrics that I didn't like to them. I'd be like, man, I don't know. Like it wouldn't even get to that point. I'd be like, man, I gotta keep working. So yeah, you got to be able to stand by your stuff, because the music, ideally, your music would be here longer than you.
Yeah.
Or your art, whatever. In general.
Yeah.
I like it.
I guess a couple other things, because what's hilarious is we were texting back and forth about, setting this up, and I told you I want to keep it around 30 minutes, and you say, yeah, 30 minutes is smooth, and we've up and over like with ease, friend. So, but I wanted to talk about a couple things before we get out of here. So I'm a track one guy.
Yep.
If I push play on your record, yeah, dude, like when I pushed play on this record, Burn the Boats starts, I was like, yeah, I'm sold. I like these guys. Of course I'm going to listen to the rest of the record, but like, I know what's up.
Right.
This is going to be cool. So when you're writing, Burn the Boats, are you also a track one guy? Are you guys a track one band where it's like you want everybody on board soon, or are you okay with the slow burn and it just happened that Burn the Boats kind of did the deed?
Honestly, you don't have the comfort of, well, at least I'll put it like this. I want to come out the gate and set the tempo, because I think the sequencing of song that you record all your stuff, You get, you mix it, master it, all that stuff, and then you say how stuff sound, what sounds like the set off song. This sound, oh, that sounds like it. So it wasn't like we recorded Burn the Boat. This is gonna be the first one, but once we listen to it the entire, oh, this is the first song for sure. This is it. This is how the record should start off, and then what should follow. I'm definitely, I think, I try to keep in mind if someone never heard you before, you're gonna tuck away the song that's quote unquote smacks them in the mouth right away. Nah, you don't have that time. You got to get right to it. Now, granted, some other album we have an intro before we get into it, so it's kind of like, okay, this is a build. Very mindful of, look, start strong, continue in the middle, like end strong. Like that's why it's like I'd rather have 10, 11 songs than like 15, 16. I want to just be, everything is, we're not playing. We're coming for your throats right away. Urgency, and that's the hunger, And plus, it's like in a cinematic sense, it should help tell the story. And I think for what we're doing for this record is like it needs to. Burn the Boats had to be number one. It had to be that urgency from the sound, the sample, the countdown to everything. It just feels like that's how the record's supposed to start. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. And we ain't playing is what you said. Look, sure. I'm going to say this: Rebelmatic isn't playing. 10 songs, 27 minutes. Look, I'm going to, if you're listening to this on Spotify, I'm going to link it so you can just go listen to it. I recommend it. If you are a punk hardcore head, go listen to this record. Yeah, I'm talking to you, John F. I'm talking to you, Chris Schultz. Like, I know for sure you two will like it. Anybody else, just give it a listen. It's 27 minutes of your time. It will not disappoint. That is a promise. A couple other things, and then, or really one thing. You're coming for Punks and Poets too. We've got Rebelmatic, Tidal Wave, the Homies, Dragtones, Alpha, and you're mixing it up with Spoken Word, David Godwin, J.O., Ace Holmes, $5 at the door. Brother, I can't wait to meet you when you're here.
Sure.
And give you, if you're a hugger, I'm a hugger. If not, I'm
sure. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. It's. Listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking your time and like listening and like I love really good conversations. And then that happened to be an interview. But and when there's a connection through music, you can't, man. It's wonderful. It's just life, man. We're here to live it until it's over. You know what I mean? We're here to live and experience it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like. I hope everyone that you recommended to listen to it. Give it I feel like if you have an open mind and open heart and you're into the type of stuff, you're gonna mess with it. And if the term James Brown in a mosh pit makes sense to you, then hey, we're your guys. We're your guys.
This episode is brought to you by Adobe Firefly, the all-in-one creative studio with AI-powered image and video generation. Built for today's creative process, Firefly helps you generate, edit, and experiment fast. Because the asks aren't getting smaller, and the timelines? Woo, yeah, still tight. With all the best creative AI models in one place, Firefly brings your ideas to life. Learn more at adobe.com/Firefly.
Visible puts the ultimate wireless hack in the palm of your hand. With unlimited 5G wireless data and hotspot designed to keep you connected, powered by Verizon's 5G network. And no contract holding you back. Plans start at $25 a month, or get the premium Visible Plus Pro plan and save $10 on your first month when you use promo code HACK. Make the switch at Visible.com. Terms apply. See Visible.com for details.
In the now immortal words of Creech, we're alive on arrival. And
absolutely
live that way, folks. And I appreciate you, Creech. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Appreciate you too, Justin.